All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And yeah, man. Yeah, hell no indeed, man. Hell no indeed. Yeah, brother had put, a link to it in the chat, and it was actually a video and from World Star Hip Hop. And as you can see in there, there was a series of it. You could see first, number one, she got the cut, the low cut. She got the lineup, the fade, and then they show, I don't know, they put some substance on the face, and then you can see them actually putting the hair, on her face, and then they get the clippers, razor, whatever, and they start lining it up, making it look real, and then that's it. They put it on there. And she's out there smiling and so on and so forth. I'm looking at this shit like, damn, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, a while back, there was a video of dudes going and getting, them getting the fake beards, literally bald face, and they put the fake beard on there. But now you got women, you have women, actual women that are, wearing beards, and you look at the shit, and I mean, you can't even get mad. You can't. I'm not mad right now. Hey, you can only get so upset about this kind of shit here in Babylon, right? So I'm gonna get into a few precepts, and Lord willing, it'd be edifying. But see, when we say and when we preach and we go into the scriptures about this place being destroyed, people don't like that. They get upset. They get all in their feelings and hurt. But this is exactly why. Yep. That happened. This is the Elder Yashuamba Remnant Save 144. That happened in ancient Egypt. Women, pharaohs sat on a throne and wore fake beards. Look up Hatshepsut fake Khan. I'm definitely gonna do that, because also I saw a thumbnail, that the of the video. I didn't watch the video yet, but the elder was doing it, going into the emojis. How the modern day emojis go back, to ancient Egypt, the hieroglyphs, So it's interesting, because what you're starting to see is that a lot of the things that are being done here, they're not new. It all goes back. And that's why you wonder why the scriptures refer to this place by all these names of these ancient kingdoms in the past. Because it's the same exact shit they're doing now, but they call it different things, and then they put a different little twist on it. But when you go to the root of it, it actually goes back to the ancient ways of whether it was the Egyptians or the Babylonians or the Assyrians or whoever it was. But it's all that back here again. And that's why this place is so wicked. Because you look at it, they don't take the good parts of history and put it here. No, they take the bad, wicked parts, and then they merge it all together in this melting pot, and they throw it here, and guess what? Jake is at the forefront, So this is why we go into these scriptures and we prophesy with passion as to this place being destroyed. Because if the Most High wanted women to have a beard, would you not think that women would be growing beards? And you gotta think about these things as to how nature works. You have to look at how nature works, because nature is the blueprint of how things are supposed to function according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why nature does things just happen on their own. Like I forgot exactly who said this, but it was like a deer. When it's born, nobody teaches it how to walk. There's certain of these animals, they're born and they're already walking, because that's nature's blueprint. That's the blueprint of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that he has set already. So now let's start off here with the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 18. And it says, "For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. All right. And what these things that these people are doing are ungodly, because they're against the ways, or against the godly ways that the Most High has set. Number one, the scriptures say that the glory of a woman is her hair. Now, the same way we're not supposed to grow our hair all long like women, the only times really that you'll see a woman with her hair cut is when she's mourning. Okay? But why do you think women's hair grows so long, or is supposed to grow so long? Because nature, right? Why do you think women have bare face? Even nature shows you that. When you go into the animal kingdom, you don't see a lioness with a mane. So you can tell the two apart. Now, you'll see a young lion that may not have a mane, but as it grows that mane. But a lioness doesn't get that, because that's against nature. So just like men grow, and the beard naturally grows where it's supposed to grow, and that's why we say you're not supposed to line up your beard, because as the scriptures say, you're marring it, meaning you're interrupting the path that has been naturally set to grow. That's why when you line it up, guess what? The hair grows right back, because that's the blueprint. It's the Lord said, no, it's going to grow right here again. You keep lining it, and it keeps growing, because it's supposed to be there. If it's not supposed to be there, it won't be there, right? So when they're doing these things, how do you think the Most High is looking at it? He's looking at them like, my goodness, like you demons, I put you in captivity. I did this, I did that, I did this, and you still, which we're gonna get that in the book of Isaiah. You still, at the end of the day, are doing wickedness, and you doing it to the next level. That's why this time the Lord is not gonna bring the whole nation out of captivity, and then we do some wickedness, and then another. No. This time he says, you know what? I'm only gonna bring my elect, and the rest I'm gonna destroy you. Like, I'm gonna end it right here. End that wickedness right here. No more. All right. So it says, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for that the Most High shewed it unto them. And when you go to the book of Psalms 137 and 19, it tells you, or 147 and 19, Salakia, I believe it's 147 and 19, that the Lord showeth his word unto Jacob. He have not dealt so with any other nation. So that's why the Lord gets even more upset, because the heathens, the Lord didn't give them our laws. He didn't make the covenant with them. He made it with us. So when we do the things of the heathens, knowing damn well that we have the laws that direct us not to do those things, the Most High gets very, very angry and upset. All right. It says here, verse 20, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. And that's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hid his face. That's why he did away with the sacrifices, because Jake started taking it for granted. Jake doesn't realize that no other nation had their God deliver them the way we were delivered from Egypt. No other nation had a power so near and dear unto us. All right. But being that was our power, Jake took it for granted, because as the saying goes, you don't know what you have until it's gone. So the Most High said, you know what? I'm gonna take my presence. I'm gonna take that glory. I'm gonna take that power. I'm gonna take that renown. I'm gonna take the eloquence. I'm gonna take the protection. I'm gonna take it all away, because you don't value it. So I'm gonna take it all away until you realize what you had, until you repent, and then you come back. Because when you come back, you're gonna appreciate it that much more. But the thing is, not the whole nation is gonna come back. So in essence, what the Lord did was a strategic tactic to weed out the bad apples. Because what he said was, really, in this nation, you have a few good, and then the rest are bad. But I'm blessing the whole nation on behalf of the good. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just destructure the whole nation, and then I'm gonna put the word out there, and those that are good are the ones that are gonna be drawn to it, and the rest I'm gonna see you are the bad apples. Okay? And so you are going to be destroyed. And that's why only a remnant, only the elect, all right, especially here in this land, are going to be delivered. Of course, you're going to have the elect delivered from all across the globe as well. All right, so it says here, verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Because you have it to where Jake, it's funny, Jake will turn around and say, nah, that's not what it means. Y'all going too deep. You always trying to go into the Hebrew and the Greek and this, just take it as what it is. But in the same, Jake would turn around and tell you that there's mermaids in your toilet. Because when you really think about it, last time when I flushed, I saw a little tail swim down through, and then I knew instantly that there was a mermaid in there, or some stupid shit like that. They'll come up with some complete bugged out that makes absolutely no sense in the world, but then they'll come in because they Jake, like for example, individuals like which matter of fact, I'm not even gonna throw no names, but you have certain individuals out there that use big words and really they don't say anything. At the end of the day, when you get to the root of what they're actually talking about, they don't say anything. It doesn't make any sense. But they use the big words, they throw out big terms, they relate it to certain historical parts, and then they tie it all in and then they throw it at you. Because they know the average Jake is not going to take what they've said, analyze it, break it down, and get the message from it. They're just going to be in awe and mesmerized at the big words and the references, and this guy did this, and this guy, oh shit, damn, he knows his shit. But when you really get down to what he's actually talking about, it's foolishness. You getting deeper into the shit, thinking that you're becoming some deep scholar, and in reality, you're just losing the oil. You're becoming dumber and dumber. You have certain jakes that they get the doctrine, and then they say, no, I think this actually means this, and when you go in here, this actually means this, and then the Roman Catholic Church really came. That's what Peter meant when he talked about this, and in their mind, they think they're getting deep. They think they're becoming wise, but in actuality, they're becoming foolish because the Lord has deceived them to think that the losing of the oil is really them gaining some deeper understanding. And then by the time they realize there's no oil left, because they're not going to try and save the oil that's dripping out, because in their mind, they see it as they're just getting deeper and deeper. But, oh, they're getting deeper, all right, but you're not getting deeper into knowledge, right? So it says here, verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Because ultimately, what did Jake do? They started to worship these idols, and they started to take the glory of the Lord and started to say, no, it's because of these idols. An example is what Jeroboam did. That's why the Most High would always, through the mouth of the prophets, made reference back to the wickedness that Jeroboam did when you read the book of 2 Kings. Because after the kingdom had split and Jeroboam was a ruler or king over the northern kingdom, what he said was, if they go down to Jerusalem to keep the holy days, they're going to repent and they're going to be like, yo, why are we even, having this beef since we all have to come to Jerusalem anyway? And they're going to make up and they're going to go under Rehoboam and they're going to leave Jeroboam. So what he said was he kicked out all the, and they built golden calves and he said, these golden calves are the gods that basically, they are your gods, the ones that delivered you from Egypt and so on and so forth. And he basically gave the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to things made with hands, to idols. And the Most High hates that. I mean, wouldn't you hate that? If you do something so great and then that's like if you dealing with a chick and you buy her a new car, you take care of her, and she was shit. She was horrible before. You take care of her, you clean her up, you teach her, to where she can read and write and she can be on some level, that a woman should be on. And then you bless her, you buy her, you freshen her up and all of that. And then she cheats on you, goes with another dude, and then goes around proclaiming, oh, this man is better than my old guy. Look at what this man got me. And then she's showing off the things you got her, Oh, look at what he taught me. And then she proclaiming the things you taught her. Aren't you going to be pissed off? Because now he's getting credit for something that you did when he ain't really shit. Um, yeah, hey, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. See, people think that we be making this shit up. It's happening right before your eyes. You got a woman walking now. If you, cause you know sometimes you got certain. She's not gonna be wearing a sundress. She's gonna be wearing a. She's gonna be sagging. She's gonna be wearing, you know, some not big ass Rolex. You know, she's gonna be wearing some white ass Air Forces. You know, dressed like a nigga, a bomber jacket on, and now she got a big beard that line up in waves. You like, oh, you bump, oh, my fault, my guy, my G, whatever. And then her voice come out, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Man, this place, and this is the land of confusion. The land of confusion. Now, you ain't gonna see a Edomite woman doing that. You ever sat down and thought about that? Why wasn't it an Edomite woman sitting in the, I mean, they're the wicked, right? I mean, shit, think about it, right? They're the wicked. They are the wicked, the seed of the wicked. But even the wicked ain't gonna be doing the wicked shit that Jake is doing. You ain't seen an Edomite woman in that chair with a big beard, looking like Rick Ross. You're not gonna see an Elamite woman with that. You know, you are not going. And when these heathens do it, even if they do it with customs. You know, like they actually going to the ritual and do the shit. Jake just I don't know what goes on through their mind. What made a woman sit there and say, "Yo, let me go to the barbershop, cut my hair off, you know, get a lineup, and then get a beard." She just sat there. Something just told her, and she got a smile on her face. You know, yeah, I'm gonna just get a beard and I'm gonna go out looking like a whole dude. You sit there and you wonder how, but then you understand that, you know what? We're gonna go into it in this verse. It's demons. The Most High gave them up to that spirit. And that's why they have to be destroyed. So it says here, verse 24, Romans 1 and 24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, right? Because they didn't want to conform their mind, because that's what the word heart goes back to, is your mind, right? They didn't want to conform their minds to the laws of the Most High, because what? They're carnal minded, and so they rather follow the lusts of their mind. And the Most High said, all right, cool, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna punish you, but I'm not gonna stop you. Go ahead. Right? So it says, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. Because what does it say in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9? The heart is deceitful above all things, and what? Desperately wicked. Who can know it? So the heart is desperately wicked. That's why the Lord gave us these laws to follow, to govern our minds, right? A government to govern your mental, govern your mind, right? But these people, it says here, verse 24, wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, because the heart is desperately wicked, and that wickedness is going to lead to you being unclean. So the Most High says, you know what? I'm gonna give you up. I'm not gonna stop you, because you're not gonna listen. It says, through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. And you wonder why the Most High judges these Israelites the way that he does. You wonder why we're a proverb and a byword, because this is the shit that people do. So when these other nations look at us, if we look at ourselves like that, how much more these other nations? Exactly. Yep. Shalom. Like the brother Haran said, this is the proof that these women want to be like men. You're going to turn around and talk shit, toxic masculinity, men this, men that, feminist, but you're going to try to look like a man? You know what I never understood is how a woman says she's into women, but then when you look at the woman that she's with, the dyke, is a woman trying to be like a man, using a strap on, dressed like a dude, trying to act like a dude. So I'm confused. Why not just go be with a man instead of being with a woman that's trying to be like a man? Because see, you have certain women that they don't like other feminine women. They like masculine women. So why not get with a man? Why are you gonna get with a woman that's trying to be masculine? Confusion, confusion. You know, it doesn't make sense. There's something. See, there's a wire that's been ripped and ruptured up in there. You know, there's a real strong wire that's been torn up in their minds. You know, that shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's scary, man. You know, so you got to be careful out there. You know, you got to be careful because you don't know who's who. You don't know who you got. You can't just be out there, man. You know, the lights are flashing. You know, the music is loud. You're not paying attention. And next thing you know. So it says here, Romans chapter 1, verse 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women, and you got certain dudes that are now dealing with I don't even know how Transformers, you know, dudes going out with Optimus Prime and whatever the other guy's name is, there's Decepticons and all of them, all the cons, okay? Because these are all part of their vile affections. And they're embarrassed about it, so they try to keep it low, but then they try to keep the facade of trying to keep it high, you know? All right, so what? You know, I'm still a nigga, all that shit. That's just a front that they put out there. But they know, and deep down in their conscience, if they even have a little bit left, they know that shit is off. Now it says, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women. Now you know why it says even their women? Because usually you will start with the men. Because the women were more so they would follow, right? But now you got women that are jumping in the forefront to where your nation is so gone that even your women and your children, but even your women, as it says here, did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Now, when you look up the word natural, in the Greek, it tells you it's damn, let me actually look it up here in the blue letter. I forgot how exactly it worded it, you know, which, because in this verse is actually referring to sexual use of a woman, which we know is to what? It's to lie with a man. It's to lie with a man and to procreate. It's not to lie with another woman. But let's go into a Romans 1 and 26. And when you go into the word natural, it says here, physikos. All right. And it says produced by nature, agreeable to nature, governed by the instincts of nature, right? The instinct of nature, which is why when a dude sees a woman, he gets aroused, right? He, you know what I'm saying? His rod stands up. He gets, excited. All right. That is the natural instincts of nature. You get aroused when you see Now, when a woman sees a man, naturally, same thing. That's why that's where the desire comes in, right? Yeah, damn, she's pretty. Oh, she's this. Let me go. That's the natural instinct. Yeah, that's why the scriptures even tell you, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Because naturally, a man sees a woman, she's nice, he likes, right? That's how it naturally works. You ain't gonna see a dude, damn, who the fuck? No, you ain't gonna see that. If you see a dude and he's staring at you, the most likely direction it'll go is like, do you have a problem? It will be more so of an altercation than it would of intimate interaction. Okay, when you see a chick and a chick is staring at you, is the first thing you thinking, damn, you want to fight? You know what I'm saying? What's up? You trying to, I'll square up with you. That's not the first thing you're thinking. If you see a shorty maybe in the store somewhere and she's getting her stuff and she keeps peeking at you, she's touching her hair, she's looking at you, are you going to instantly get into, yo, I'm going to knock your ass out mode? No. You're going, oh shit, maybe she feeling the brother. Probably, whatever the case is. That's where your mind goes, right? Now, if you see a dude, that's not what you're going to think. If a dude is staring at you, he's doing this shit, keeps looking at you, you thinking, does this nigga know me? You know what I'm saying? What, like, do I look like somebody you have beef with or something? Like, you're not thinking, yo, you know, that shit is crazy, man. You know, that is the natural instinct of nature. That's how the Lord made us. Okay? So, and sometimes, you know, that's why there are laws to govern those natural instincts. Okay? Because a man sees a woman, he gets aroused, but you got to keep in mind the laws that say, look, if she's taken, because you got to, that's the first thing you got to find out. Yeah, she may be beautiful, she may be bad, but is she single? See, because the natural instincts, if you completely give in to your natural instincts, you still gonna go off, because you're gonna find she's single, but the flesh is like, yeah, but shit, you know. So that's what I wanted to look up. Oh, and then also the word use, right? So we went into natural, the natural instincts of nature. And when you go into the word use, it says here, use of sexual use of a woman. Okay? Of sexual use of a woman. Because, oh, what's the end goal? Really? Right? When the dude sees the chick, you know, she's nice, he talks to her. Do you think a dude sees a girl, right? Man, she's pretty. Oh, she's bad. You know, man, I want to be her friend. You know, I want to, you know, I want to talk to her about other guys. You know, I want to just listen to her problems all day. I want her to just tell me whatever she wants to tell me, and I don't want anything in return. I just want to be friends. I just want to be around, and she could just, no, that's not what people are thinking. That's not why men take women out on dates. You don't take a woman out on a date just because you want to be friends. I just want to be friends. I just want to hold your hand, walk with you, and just be friends, and nothing else, nothing more. Clearly that's not that's not the, you know, it's a lot of these are means to an end, right? A step to a step to a step. Now in this society they over sexualize everything, you know, but in the ancient world it would be more so a wife, but it would also be a woman that could mother my children, you know, that could hold the house down. That's it, that's it, that's the acronym. The water, bro, that's the acronym. All right. So when you go and you know you take the woman out, you think the dude is trying to use his hard-earned money, right? He's trying to use his hard-earned money just because I just want to splurge and give out money. No, he's paying, and in return, you know, something is going to come out of it, right? So the natural use into that which is against nature, and that's why they go, because nature does not teach you, like in the animal kingdom, for example, a lioness ain't gonna go look for another lioness. She rubbing up on her, lifting up her tail and shit. She not gonna be doing that with another a lioness. And a lion is not gonna look for another lion, you know what I'm saying, looking at him, trying to bite the, you know, all that shit. He ain't gonna be doing that. Because when a lion sees another male lion coming, instant altercation, you know, instant. And that's why I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when the sons grow to a certain age, they gotta go. They can't be in the same pack as that ultimate male lion, because then eventually one will try to take over and become the alpha, the head. So they gotta go. And they gotta go find their own family, their own pack, and so on and so forth. Because even nature shows you that. All right. Now, in this sense, an example on a lower level is what we're seeing right now. It's against nature for a woman to have a beard. Well, how do you know? Well, shit, Sherlock, she doesn't grow one, does she? So if she has to artificially put one on, then that means nature says she's not supposed to have one, right? According to nature, you grow hair on certain parts, right? You don't grow your hair on your face. You ever wonder how your hair knows not to come all the way here and all the way here? How it just stays, how it grows here, it grows here, right? It grows here. It doesn't grow here. It doesn't grow here. Naturally, that's the design the Lord has given it. A woman's hair grows on her head, and that's it. Okay, it doesn't grow on her face. That's against nature. The same way when a man's hair grows, that means nature's telling you, hey, you're supposed to have hair over here. You're not supposed to shave it off, because the Lord didn't design your body to have a shaved off beard. Certain brothers might have trouble, you know, growing the hair. That's different. But naturally, a man is supposed to have a beard and a woman is not. But she's going and she's going to try to change that now. No, no, no. I want a beard. See, that's that rebelliousness. You know, I want a beard. Something it's just something about it that I just want it. All right. And then the Lord is going to bring judgment upon your ass because that's wickedness. And then when we speak out against it, oh, you're toxic, you're hate, you're this, you're that. You're hate because you're hating what the Lord said. You're hating the order of the Lord. You don't like to be in order. You know, they act like they don't like to be told what to do, but really, just wait till shit hits the fan, man. Wait till shit hits the fan and see if any of these things are gonna matter. All right. So back to Romans chapter 1, verse 27. And likewise also men leaving the natural use of a woman, right? And we just ran into what it means, the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. All right. So a dude gonna deal with a dude, end up catching some shit. How do you think that happened? Oh my, I wonder why. I wonder why. You know, I was in the wrong area, but you know, I don't know how I ended up with this. Verse 28, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, what should come to mind? Isaiah 30, which we have, and Hosea 4 and 6. It says, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind, a mind void of judgment. All right, so they don't think, they just do. That's a problem. If you are somebody that doesn't think, you just do, that is a big problem because you become unpredictable. All right, and that's bad. You don't know how to follow directions. You're instinct based. All right, you have a lot of instinct based Israelites, and then they like to just justify with, oh, it's just the spirit. You know, oh, that's just my spirit. Yeah, well, you have to rule your spirit by the laws the Lord has given us. If the Lord said everybody just go off your instincts, that would be anarchy. He wouldn't have given us laws to govern ourselves, right? So all this impulse and instinct-based actions has to go. That's not order. That's disorderly. Because then somebody gets on you and then your instincts are like, well, don't talk to me like that, even if you're wrong. So that's just okay? No. Right? So it says here, to do the things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, right? People love debating so much, right? Deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, I mean, damn, this is a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of shit. You know, and it's just all Jake. It says, proud boasters, inventors of evil things. Meaning, they don't just partake in the evil that's known. That's what Jake does, right? They be on the Buzz Lightyear type of time, to infinity and beyond. I think that's what he says, right? So they see the wickedness, they jump into wickedness, and then they take it beyond, right? They go above and beyond, and then they invent new shit. Esau gonna throw some wickedness out there. Jake gonna see it, and then they're gonna put a spin to it, and next thing you know, they're gonna take it to a whole nother level. It says, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, right? So why are we in this condition? Because we broke the covenant. We voided the contract. And so we're paying the consequences of it. It says, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who, knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of what? Of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So what is that? That is a blatant disrespect to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because you know what's going to happen if you do these things, but knowing that, it doesn't stop you. You know, not only do you continue to do it, but you take pleasure in others that do it as well. That's why you're not supposed to be hanging out and dealing with these people, you know, that are in the world. And when I say that, you got to use that with wisdom. You know, oh, well, my woman, she ain't in the drive. I can't deal with her no more. No. All right. But you should know by now in the spirit who to be around and who not to be around. Okay, but since I mentioned Hosea, let's go there real quick because the scriptures are on point, man, to the T. They describe Jake. They describe how we started. They describe what happened to us. They describe where we at now. They describe why, we're in this condition that we're in. All the answers are in here. But Jake just don't read. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." When you see somebody like that, a woman with a beard, let me guess, she a black woman? Oh, yeah. Oh, how'd you know? Right? So when people see that, that's a destroyed people. That is a destructured nation, a nation without order. And that's why the Lord is raising up the remnant. That's why the Lord is really only dealing with the elect. You want to talk about waking up the whole nation? How do you wake up somebody like that? How do you wake up somebody like that? When you try to even correct them and they cursing you out, putting you up on, so I mean, how do you try to correct somebody like that? You don't. They need to be destroyed, right? Verse 6, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." You know why they lack knowledge? Not because the knowledge is not there, because the knowledge is there openly now. But what? Because thou hast rejected knowledge. They have rejected it. Remember, we just read in Romans, they knew the judgments, but they still did it anyway. So they have rejected the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So the Lord said, what? "I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children." Because now you look at Jake and you watch him closely and you're like, damn, so we used to be priests at one point? We used to be holy? You looking at Jake sagging their pants, and it might be a Levite, it might be a Judite, it might be a Issacharite, whatever, tatted up, walking all crazy, just you looking at them, you like you don't even look human. How were you a priest of the Most High? The Most High. You think about it, like, and the only thing that comes to mind that makes sense is that it's a curse. Is that the Lord is the one who's doing this. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense as to how we ended up in this position. So now let's go to the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All that," you hear that? "The law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall." So that's a direct cut right there. The laws are done away with. Well, the scriptures just told you it endures forever. It says, "All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof." See, so that picture, that specific individual, she's in darkness, but it's not just her, And I'm sure there's all manner of wickedness that goes on that might not get published, meaning put out there, and we don't see it. But there's all different levels of wickedness that's going on, man. And the Most High sees it. So it says, "Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." So we are illuminated because we're walking in the light, in the presence of the light of the word, right? If they speak not according to this word, is because there's no light in them. We speak according to this word, and therefore we are illuminated. There is a light within our spirits that shines, that allows us to see, that allows us to discern, to move through this maze of deception, as Apostle Ramlab said. So verse 3 says, "Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation." Verse 4, "O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us." So we know how to please the Lord. And it's interesting because even if these heathens were to do the things that are pleasing, or that are supposed to be pleasing to the Lord, he doesn't take pleasure in them as he does in us. The Lord wants us to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, to be obedient unto him. Therefore, he punishes us when we go off, right? If you have a child and your child is disobedient, you tell the child, "Hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, do this," and they don't do it. But then their friend follows everything, all the rules you've set. even though their friend may do it, oh yeah, he's a good kid. It's not the same joy that you get when your son does it. Your son goes to school and fails his test. His friend gets 100 on the test. You don't take that joy in his friend getting 100 on his test as you do if your son was to come home with 100 on his test. Because his friend is not your child. As a matter of fact, when you see his friend with 100, that's gonna make you even more upset at your child, because you're like, damn, because that reflects badly on you. And then the thing is, what makes it worse is you look at yourself and you're like, I'm not the problem. And that's why there's a verse in the scriptures that the Lord said, I'm gonna deliver you and raise you up and clean you up, but not for your sakes, but for my name's sake, because I can't have you going around polluting my name. Whose child are you? Oh, I'm such and such, son of such and such. Oh, really? Shit, damn. That's just so now when that family name comes up, is talked down upon. And the Most High can't have that, because he put his name in us. We are a representation of the Most High here on earth. We are his nation. So now how does that make the Lord look if his chosen nation is behaving this way? Verse 5, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because he moved the Most High to wrath. See, the Most High didn't just get up and say, I just want to destroy these people. I chose them. They're my chosen people. But something, I don't know. I feel like they should be destroyed for some reason. It's a bright day. Let's just destroy them. No. There was a cause. The Most High doesn't move without a cause. Right? So when you read even in the book of Genesis, it says, when the Lord looked upon the earth, the wickedness was great, and it repented him that he had made man. Therefore, he said he's going to destroy man off the face of the planet Earth. See? Because of the actions and the wickedness that was going on. So here, we were sold to the nations, not because the Most High just said, I just want to destroy you, but because we moved them to wrath. To wrath. Wrath is a level above annoyance, right? You dislike something, then it continues to go on, then you get annoyed, then it continues to go on, then you start getting angry. But the Lord is long suffering. So then it goes on and goes on and goes on, and then he gets pissed off, right? Wrath comes when the cap of patience and long suffering blows off. That's when wrath comes. See? So we push the Lord past dislike, past annoyance, past forbearance, past long suffering, past angry, to wrath. And because of that, he brought this judgment upon us. So this is the wrath of the Lord, but it's like a low level of the wrath of the Lord, because even in this, he punished us with measure. Now, when the time of Jacob's trouble fully pops off, that's going to be the fullness of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's why it's going to be a time that has never been before, and it's going to be a time that there will never be another time like it in the future. Because it's going to be the time of Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, which is going to come out of pure wrath. And after the Most High lets that out, he's going to design us in a way where he won't have to ever feel that way anymore. It says, ye were delivered unto your enemies. Verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God. And a lot of the things people do now, some of them don't know why they do it, but it goes back to a ritual or a sacrifice or an offering. And when you do it, whether you know it or not, you are still partaking in that ritual or sacrifice or offering. And that is still upsetting the Most High. That is still angering the Lord. That's like saying, oh, I was drunk, so I cheated on you. Well, I wasn't in my right mind when I did it. You still cheated. What the hell you mean? Just because you were drunk or you weren't in your right mind, is that supposed to make me feel better that you cheated? I just kept cheating, because I wasn't in my right mind. It's different than if I was and I consciously did it, but I was inebriated, so I did it. That doesn't stop the fact that the action was still done, and it still upsets the Most High. It says here, verse 8, ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up. That's exactly what has happened. Jacob's forgotten the power that delivered us from our troubles, from our enemies. And ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. So now I'm going to stop there and go to the book of Isaiah. And we're going to start at Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. And it says, now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Now, in the past, you had certain like a clay tablet that you could write in it, with something like a stylus, but it had a sharp end. You will write into it. That was a table that you would be able to write in it. And then of course you had like the papyrus and the parchment and so on and so forth. Okay, but that's what it means by a table. It says, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come and forever and ever. And what exactly is it that the Lord told Jeremiah or Isaiah here to note and to write? Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, meaning they like to rebel. Okay, they like to rebel against authority. It's like a computer that just keeps malfunctioning. No matter what software, what antivirus program you put on there, it just keeps on malfunctioning. And you check and there's no problem. It just keeps on malfunctioning. Eventually, what are you going to do? Look, man, salvage the good parts you can and throw the rest out. Now it says, lying children. And Jake lies a lot. Okay, Jake lie. You want to know a people that lie? Esau is a freaking father of lies, but Jake, they lie and supplant especially even when they don't have to. You sit there and say, so you didn't take the money? Bro, I didn't even touch, bro. I don't even know what money you're talking about, bro. I don't know, bro. I didn't take it, bro. And then you pull out the camera and you see them looking left, right, and then they do a little stretch, touch the thing, slip it, put it in their pocket, turn around, boom, boom. And you say, bro, I don't need that money. All you had to do was ask. I would have given you more if you needed it. You didn't have to steal. I'm not even upset that you took $10. I'm upset that you stole from me. And then you lied. And Jake don't think about that. If you broke and you need money, right? And it's even worse. It's even worse if it's a brother, and you there and you see a brother put money somewhere, whatever the case is, and you see it and then, you slip it in your pocket. Bro, all you had to do is ask. Why would you go and put yourself in such a bad position when all you had to do was ask? Hey, bro, do you have, if I could borrow or, if you could lend me I'm a little low. Oh yeah, con, yo, how much you need? Yo, here's 50. But instead you say, I'm a steal $10 from my brother, put it in my pocket. When he asks and everybody's there, I'm gonna lie and say that I don't know. I didn't touch it. I didn't even see the money there. And now what happens? You've lied to a brother. Most High's gonna jack your ass up. It's gonna be found out that you took it, and then everybody's gonna look at you as a thief and a liar. And it doesn't matter what you do after that. You can redeem yourself, but in the back of people's minds, they're always gonna remember that one time when you stole. And you know what's worse? When you lie about it. Because it breaks a certain level of trust. Because you may have stolen it, but then you lied. You tried to lie to cover it up. So it doesn't matter what you've done after that. People are going to look at you like you have it in you to steal and lie. And if this truth is not a boundary to where you don't cross that and you still do that, then what wouldn't you steal and lie about? How can somebody trust you in the future that you wouldn't steal and lie? If you couldn't drop that, in the world, you may have done it. But if nothing prompted you being in the truth to say, nah, I can't do that. Oh, hell no. Nothing. If that didn't stop you, then what's going to stop you? And it's just that simple. All you have to do is just ask. But no. See? But it says what? Lying children. Jake loved to lie. And that's the thing, for no apparent reason. Why are you lying? I'm not lying. And you caught. They caught your ass and you still don't. Goodness gracious, man. Man, and it's behavior like that that make you really, really marvel at the prophecies, how we're gonna become a clean, holy, and perfect people. That's how you know it's gonna take a miracle. Because you look at Jake today and you're like, shit, you can't trust Jake for shit. You know? And the Lord said, nah, these are the same people that I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna make them, you know, the beauty of the planet. So it says here, verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. They don't want to hear it. Because at the end of the day, they have a conscience. And when they hear it, it's gonna hit them. Even though they'll try to override it with their desires, it'll bother them in their mind that you even said something. Jake, look, man, Jake acts like they don't, it stays in their head. It's funny. In their conscious mind, they might push it to the back, but in their subconscious, it's going to be there, you know? And then that's why they hate you, because now you make them have that cognitive dissonance. They have that feeling in their body, that conflict, you know, that they wouldn't have had if they hadn't heard what you said. But it's a problem because now, whenever they're trying to do wickedness, they remember you telling them the shit that you said. And that's a problem. So they need to get rid of you because you're bothering them. You're making them lose their edge. They don't like that. They don't like that. They want to keep the edge without any hindrances and interruptions. You know? It's like a roach that's in your crib that every time the lights go out, they pull up, you know what I'm saying? They hop in, you know what I'm saying? They turn the music up. They start walking on two legs. Hey, what's good, my nigga? You know, flip the hat on. They jump into your fridge. What we got today? They eating your shit. You know, all of that shit. The one time you come and you flick on the lights in the middle of the night and you catch them, you know, the dude out here in your fridge, he turning around with his antennas and shit like, oh, shit. Nigga caught me on two legs. You know what I'm saying? I got to go all fours now. And then they all run and scatter, you know, because, you know, when the lights come on, they stop. You know, trying to act like they camouflage, and you looking directly at them, and then they dip so fast, right? That's a problem for them. Because now, whenever the lights go off, they got to be cautious now in their mind, like, shit, there's a chance that he might flick the lights on again and catch me. So I don't like having to sneak around, and then in my mind, I know that there's a chance that he's going to flick on the lights again. I hate that feeling. That's how Jake feel when we come around, you know, because they can't do their wickedness without having a conscience bothering them. Now it says here, verse 10, which that's why it says here, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. They would rather you tell them, oh, no, go on ahead. It's all right. Jesus loves you. That way, oh, yeah, shit, I even got acknowledgement from men of God that what I'm doing is fine. And the Lord can forgive me after that anyway, so I'm good. They would love that. But for you to come and tell them the truth, you know, prophesy right things, smooth things, no, they don't want to hear that. Because what's in it? When you prophesy right things, a part of it, that's why the scriptures say they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Because when you prophesy right things, you tell them, if you don't stop what you're doing, the Most High is going to destroy you. So now you're not now. There's a difference between, hey, stop what you're doing, it's bad, and if you don't stop what you're doing, the Most High is going to destroy you. Because stop what you're doing is bad. It's like, all right, whatever. If you don't stop what you're doing, the Most High is going to destroy you. That's future, and that's something that stays on their mind. You know why? Because every time that they're going to go do that wickedness, now they got to think, the Most High is going to destroy you if you don't stop. What am I doing right now? I'm not stopping. So is there a chance that I could get hit by a car? Is there a chance that if I go for this drug deal, the nigga could shoot my ass? Because this dude said the Most High going, shit, man. Why the hell am I even? And then they go and do it anyway. But then whenever the slightest thing goes wrong, they will remember that. The Most High is going to destroy you if you don't stop. And they know that they're not stopping. And they know that shit is going south. Is this what he was talking about? You know what I'm saying? Is this thing going to kill me? Am I going to die today? They don't like that. That shit is stressing them out, man. So they said, prophesy unto us smooth things, speak deceits. That's why they fill up these churches. Because the pastor just says, pay your tithes, Jesus loves you. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity. It's all right. He understands. They don't touch on topics that's gonna provoke godly sorrow within you for you to repent. They don't do that. They try to look for scriptures to try and justify. Oh, see, even Jesus wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way he was talking to his mama. You know, she said, turn the water to wine. You talking about woman? It ain't my time yet. All that stuff, shit. You know, I mean, they try to bring down the men in the scriptures down to their level to try and justify the shit that they're doing. Yeah, he was just like us. You know, I mean, you know, in secret he used to eat slipping a pork chop every now and then. That's why he was praying so heavily. That's why he was sweating them. That's why the Most High didn't answer him the first 3 times. You know, that's what they do. And then the stupid ass old ladies in the, oh yeah, shit. That means that the pork I got in my fridge, I was gonna throw it out. But I mean, shit. If Jesus did it, I mean, why not? We gotta follow this example. You know, and then they deceive and they deceive each other, being deceived and deceiving. It says, get you out of the way and smooth things, because smooth things, if something is smooth, there's no friction, right? There's no conflict. It just slides right off. So when they speak smooth things and it comes into your ears, it doesn't get caught up in anything. It doesn't cause any conflict inside your mind. It's smooth. It just slips right in there, right? But we don't speak smooth things. We speak onto you the rough truth. So the second it gets into your mind, it's causing all manner of chaos. It's coming in there like, what the hell is this shit? You got wicked thoughts over here, wicked thoughts over here, wicked thoughts over here. What the hell is that? Get the hell out of here. That's what the truth does in your mind. Picture the truth, right, as somebody, that spirit that goes into your head, all right, and is looking through, and it's like, what the hell is all this shit? You know, it's looking through the different departments of your brain. It's looking through your memories, your plans. It's looking through all of this shit. It's like, yo, get the hell out of here. You know, you too, get your ass out of here. You know, it's seeing the nigga hiding in the back. You know, that's the pork dude. He's hiding in the back. Tomorrow I'm gonna go eat pork. That's the thought that's hiding in the back of your mind. Then the truth comes in and sees it, and it just kicks his ass out. You know, then in the roof somewhere in your brain, there's a dude looking over the ledge. I hope he doesn't see me. I'm planning on sleeping with my neighbor's wife tomorrow. You know, and then he sees it. Get your ass out of there. You know, that's what the truth is doing. It's clearing all that wickedness out. You know, and then as a replacement for that pork, it says, no, matter of fact, you can have some lamb. You know, instead of that, you go look for, you find you a single woman and you deal with her. You know, Brittany, you know what I'm saying? Brittany, she into you. Check her out. Whatever the case is. Then all of a sudden, you wake up the next day and you like, yo, what's up with Brittany, yo? Or she might hit you up. You know, he's like, matter of fact, she not even looking too bad, yo. She sing all day. And then, boom. You know? So all those wicked thoughts get cleansed when the truth comes into your mind. And then the Lord starts to sup with you. But on the flip side, you got them demons. And the scriptures talk about he comes in and then he sees it. He sees it's all nice and good. Shit, ain't nobody in here. Ain't no good thoughts. Ain't no spiritual thoughts going on in here. I don't see any precepts. You know, because the meditation on the Lord is like a guard. You know, imagine like a guard inside your mind with like a sword just standing at the door. So the second you hear some shit and it comes up here, the guard is right there. You better turn your ass around. So when people say wicked shit or wicked thoughts try to come in, it just goes out the other side because there's a guard in your mind, which is this truth. But when you don't have that, the wicked thought comes in there. Ain't nobody here. Yo, pull up. You know? Then they fill up your mind with all this shit. And that's how people end up bugged out. You know, completely bugged the hell out. All right, that's just like a visual that I just put to it, you know. But so it says here, verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us, because they don't the Holy One of Israel. Why do you think ultimately they put Yahushua to death? It was wrongful, right? It was prophecy. But the way they did it was wrongful. But he was a problem. People were believing on him, and he was cursing them out. That's not how you do this. This is what it is. He's speaking with authority. And back then, when we spoke in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they didn't want that. Even up until Yahushai himself coming down, they didn't want that. Verse 12, it says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. You know, you imagine like a dam, you know, that's breaking, and then you can see the cracks, and then it's just silent for a second, and at any moment that shit could just boom, it all just break down on your ass, right? Verse 14, and he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessels, and that is broken in pieces, he shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sherd to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. So when the Lord brings that judgment, man, it's gonna be complete, man. All right, it's gonna be complete. Ain't gonna be no. That's why he's gonna close the doors of mercy before he ultimately brings this judgment. Because once it happens, there's gonna be no remnant, no time, nobody crawling for help here and there. No. When you go to Ezekiel 9:5, it says slay utterly, right? Old and young. Meaning get the job done and get it done right. Kill them all. All right, and the time is coming, man. And the Lord's judgment does not miss. All right, he doesn't miss. Everything is calculated. So you women, you want to go on and wear beards? That's fine. Go ahead. You know, when the judgment comes, shit, you're gonna see. It might come with a beard. You know, you might see a death angel standing there ready for you. Oh shit, you want to look like me, right? Now this is Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2. It says, hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. See? So even the ass knows where the master's house is. Where you're gonna ultimately have to take your master back after everything is said and done. You know? But Israel does not know. They don't know where their home is. They've scattered all about. You know, and right now what we're doing is we're calling them back, the elect. We're calling them back and gathering them back. Really, the Lord is doing it using us. All right. It says here, verse 4, ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, that have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One unto anger. They are gone away backward. A woman wearing a beard is backward. All right. A woman transforming is backward. A man transforming is backward. All right. All these things that Jake is doing, if it ain't a part of this truth, is backward. Why should he be stricken any more? Ye will revolt the more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. See? So the Lord is like, why should I afflict you again? Why should I, bring these judgments upon you again? Why should I keep striking you? You're not going to listen. You're just going to revolt more and more. Because after each time, you got worse and worse. Right? The whole head is sick. He's like, the problem ain't, putting a little Band-Aid on it, bringing little judgments here and there. That's not going to solve it. It says, from the sole of the foot even to the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. And that's why you see Jake the way they are today. Everywhere you go and you find Jake, you're going to see them. You know, when you look at the conditions and the neighborhoods and the situations that Jake is in, is a destroyed people, drugged up, cracked up, just living in disgusting neighborhoods, literally living among garbage, trash on the street. It just is. You go into certain apartments, the elevator is bad, the shit is dirty, all this shit is just disgusting, and Jake is just in it. You look at them and they look like the place they live in. So the Lord said the whole head is sick. The whole body from the soles of the foot to the head is all sick. So what's going to need to happen? You're going to need to be destroyed. You're going to need to be cleansed by fire. And then after that, the Lord is going to bring you back and make you righteous. Okay? And clean you up. This is Son of the Right, Shalom. Jeremiah 12:8. Mine heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest. It crieth out against me, therefore I have hated it. And that's sad. That's sad that we have provoked our power right, who loved us, who did everything for us, on to that point to where he felt that anger, to where he fought against us as an enemy. He wounded us as a wound from an enemy. You know, this is Bayan Yashral, Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass in that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. Con. Why? Because shit like this, she gonna need to be here and be left there, and she's gonna need to die. She's gonna need to be cut off and burned, you know, along with her fake beard. I'm gonna finish this off actually, but Bayan Yasharallah, Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. And that's why when we look at shit like this, it's not like funny as in an amusing way. We may laugh, but it's not because we're happily amused. You know, it's because it's so ridiculous that the only other expression is to laugh, because you're just gonna burn yourself out getting upset, you know, because this shit is like ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous. This is Prince of Yahweh 6, Sirach 35:3. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. Psalms 34:16. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. So the destruction is gonna be so bad. This shit is gonna be like a thing of the past, done away with. Okay, not to be remembered, not to be recalled, not to be done again. All right. And that's why we can't wait for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to bring this judgment. That's why we get tight at these stupid dumbass devils who are you wasting time, man. Move your ass. Look, you're gonna lose either way. If you move today, you move tomorrow, you're gonna lose either way, man. Hurry your ass up. You know, you old ass niggas. If you don't hurry up, you're gonna start dropping dead. You know? Sometimes you just get so vexed, it's like, fuck's your problem? You know? Start doing it. You know, like, what the hell is your problem, bro? You're gonna lose. It's like when you're playing a game, right? You're playing a 2-player game, and you got like maybe a lot of people in line, and you waiting for the person to lose so that you could take the controller, and everybody knows that he's gonna lose. We're looking at this shit, right? There's absolutely no way. It's his turn, and there's no way he's gonna win. And the nigga just sitting there, he got the shit paused. Press play and play the game so you can lose and we could get on the shit. You out here sitting there looking around. He's trying to analyze some shit. You know, you looking at it, he's looking at it. You ain't analyzing nothing. You lost, bro. Just press play. Let us watch the cutscene and the animation so your ass can lose and we can get this on. Sometimes that's what it feels like. These stupid ass old demons, man. So I'm gonna finish it off with this. This is Malchiah 1:44, Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all the works that are under the sun, and beheld all is vanity and vexation of spirit. All right. And hey, man, that's what it is. And now we understand, man, the scriptures talk about just Lot, who is vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked. This is the shit that we see. This is the shit that we see and we get vexed with. And you know what's even another vexation? Is everybody else living like it's all sweet, like they don't see the shit, like there's nothing wrong with it. You know? It's a vexation, man. And we gotta pray. Really, we pray for fewer days, but we also have to pray for patience. You know, because sometimes you just sometimes the vexation just comes upon you and you get pissed, you know, like, why is this shit still going on? But you have to, in your patience, possess your souls. You still have to endure and still go about doing the work of the Lord, because we can't move up the times and we can't push it back. All we can do is just endure until that time when the Lord says, all right, this is it. Boom, bring the destruction. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.